Yo, what is going on, guys? Chris back for part 2 of my Blu-ray pickups haul update. So yeah, I had another big stack of films that came in from the last couple months or so, so I figured let me put this video together and show you guys what I got in that stack. But before I begin, I want to give a shout out to Reject Films on YouTube. I'm going to put the link down below to his YouTube channel. Really cool guy. He specializes in unboxings, reviews. Also, he helped out the community in a big way as far as how to obtain the fixed discs for the Friday the 13th box set. Because, several of the films had errors on the discs during playback. So he also laid out as far as what the errors were. But like I said, man, really cool guy. He always goes out of his way to help out the community. So definitely subscribe to his channel, hit the like button and whatnot. All right, so let me show you guys what I got. All right, so the first pickup is JeanLuc Godard's Pierrot, starring Anna Karina and also Jean-Paul Belmundo. So this is the re-release edition that Criterion put out with the newly remastered transfer. So yeah, newly remastered in 2K. And it looks superb, a lot better than the previous release, which was out of print for several years and was going for like $80 to $100 on YouTube. So let me show you guys the inner artwork. So of course you get the booklet too. But yeah, I really like this film. It's not everybody's cup of tea, but if you like French New Wave cinema from the early 60s, definitely give it a try. Next up is Come and See, which is a Soviet-era film from 1985. And I love how this film was shot, man. Just excellent cinematography, and it actually feels like you're there in person. You're not, watching it just on the screen itself, but love these films. This was actually not available to purchase for quite a while because it was a hot item when it first got released. But yeah, really happy to own this one. But yeah, man, big fan of Soviet era films. All right, moving along with Disney's Hocus Pocus in 4K. So yeah, I mentioned this film in my previous video, but I just couldn't find where I left it. So here it is now. But really happy to own this one. I haven't checked it out yet, but I heard the picture quality is pretty decent in 4K. All right, next up is, I hope I'm not going to butcher this name, man. Satin Tango. It's like an 8-hour picture, black and white, incredibly well shot. Every frame of this film is worthy of, framing it on the wall. That's how amazing it is. But yeah, this is the regular edition. I know they have a limited edition set, but I didn't even hear about that one until later on. So otherwise, I would have picked it up. But I believe it's sold out, if I'm not mistaken. But incredibly well shot film, man. Just cinematography is absolutely beautiful. And next, I got a couple noirs. I got The Lost Weekend, which is directed by the late great Billy Wilder, starring Ray Milland. So this won Best Picture in 1945, and Ray plays an alcoholic, and boy, what a alcoholic he is in this. But this is put out by Kino Lorber. I'll show you the artwork. Well, there is no artwork, just a title. And that's pretty much the case with Kino films. And I really don't have much to complain about Kino, man, because they really go out of the way and put out some of these titles that you would never expect to see on Blu-ray. So, yeah, just to have it on Blu-ray, I don't really care about what the artwork looks like on the disc, you know what I mean? But, yeah, really great film if you haven't seen it. And, of course, Billy Wilder, he directed so many wonderful pictures, man, from Sunset Boulevard to Double Indemnity, my favorite film noir of all time, which I did a documentary-style review on my channel not that long ago, like a couple months ago. You can check it out. All right, next is Cry of the City with Victor Mature, Richard Conte, and incredibly well-made movie. And then Edge of Your Seat, and absolutely loved every single minute of it. So there you go, that's the disc. Yeah, huge fan of noir movies. All right, next is Tea with the Dames. So this is a conversation piece with 4 legendary actresses, and figured I thought I'd pick it up and see what they have to say, as they talk about the past, their careers and whatnot. So I figured it's going to be interesting. So yeah, looking forward to this. I'll check it out at some point. So yeah, Tea with the Dames. Alrighty, my next pickup is Mallrats, which is directed by Kevin Smith. Huge fan of his work, from Clerks to Jay and Silent Bob. So this is put out by Arrow Video in this limited edition set. Obviously, I haven't checked it out yet, but I will at some point. But yeah, really glad to see Arrow put that one out. Also, since Sean Connery passed, I figured let me go ahead and grab all of his films, the ones that are released on Blu-ray, you know what I mean? So I got the Presidio. So I'm trying to remember if I've seen this film, maybe just bits and pieces when I was a kid, when I was in my teens, but not completely. So yeah, so I'll definitely check that one out. Also got a horror film, The Uninvited. I did see this in theaters. I liked it for what it was, and I caught it on TV a few years back. So, I mean, it's one of those movies where obviously I'm not in a rush to pick it up. It was pretty cheap. I think I got it for like $5, so I can't beat it for that price. Also picked up finally Fury on 4K with Brad Pitt, Shia LaBeouf. So I got also Adaptation, Nicolas Cage film with Meryl Streep, Chris Cooper. So it's part of the Shout Select line. So yeah, this was a unexpected release. I didn't obviously expect Shout Factory to put this out, but pretty cool. Next is a couple Disney films, The Rescuers and The Rescuers Down Under. I remember seeing the first film in my elementary class and part two, just bits and pieces back in the day on the Disney Channel. But yeah, these are lesser known Disney films, but really well done, man. The first film is incredible. And obviously, they're not as mainstream as the bigger Disney films like Snow White, Pinocchio, and so on, Cinderella. But one that I've always appreciated. So yeah, really happy to finally get that for my Disney collection. Also got a comedy, which is also part of the Shot Select line, Dirty Rotten Scoundrels with Steve Martin and Michael Caine. So yeah, I didn't get this one during its first week of release, so that's why I don't have a slip on that, but it's okay. It's going to be cold at night without a slip, but what can I do? You know what I mean? All right, so I got The River Wild with Meryl Streep, Kevin Bacon, and David Stratton. Yeah, I hadn't seen this one at least since the late 90s. I'm trying to remember, so it's been well over 20 years. So I saw it a couple nights ago, and it just holds up really well. Yeah, big fan of this film, man. I don't know why I waited so long. And also got another one without a slip, 21 Jump Street. I got this around Black Friday. So I figured I'd finally add this one to my 4K collection. I think it was about $10 a piece. So yeah, this one's going to be cold at night too without that slip. Also 22 Jump Street. So yeah, fun comedies, I didn't even have those on Blu-ray. I saw them in theaters. It's not a type of film that I'm going to, going crazy over where I have to have it day one. So for $10 a pop, can't beat it. All right, now we're going to move along to my DVD pickups. So first up is Undercurrent with Katharine Hepburn and Robert Taylor. This one was an okay film. Honestly, it dragged a bit for me. And I also felt that Katharine Hepburn was miscast. But, I mean, who knows? Maybe some of you guys might be interested in this one. So yeah, that's Undercurrent, put out by the Archive Collection at Warner. And yeah, this Noir was incredible, man. DOA. And if you are going to get DOA, get this version. And this is one of those films that are part of the, public, how do you call it? Public domain. So yeah, it's not put out by a major studio. Maybe somebody will at some point and, get a nice restoration going. But yeah, if you want to see it in decent quality, get this version with this artwork on the front. And that's how it looks like on the back. So yeah, these are made on demand discs. But really a nice edge of your seat thriller, man. Really enjoy that one. Also got High Wall with Robert Taylor and Audrey Totter. Yeah, this one was really well done. Really enjoy this noir. Picture quality and these are decent. And, I got these on DVD because they're not put out on, Blu-ray. Who knows if they will. If Undercurrent comes out on Blu-ray, most likely I won't pick that one up because I wasn't too thrilled with that one. But yeah, High Wall, DOA, and also, this next one I'll also get on Blu-ray at some point. Humorous with Joan Crawford and John Garfield. And there was this kid in this movie. I'm like, that kid looks familiar. I'm trying to put into place as far as, where I've seen him. So I'm like, that's Robert Blake. The Robert Blake from In Cold Blood and Beretta. So yeah, he's in this film as a kid. And he plays John Garfield's character as a kid. So yeah, I've seen Robert Blake in person also at Starbucks, at the local Starbucks that I frequent. And this one time he was sitting on a bench with his cowboy hat. He's like looking directly at me. So I'm like, what the hell is he looking at, So he's just like pondering thoughts on his own because, that whole situation that happened back in, I believe it was in 2001, the, murder of his wife and stuff. So yeah, he's been this really weirdo, creepo guy, honestly, ever since then. But anyway, Yeah, so that was my run-in with Robert Blake. This one time also, he was behind me in line at Starbucks. He drives this old, trying to remember, is it from the late 80s or early 90s? This BMW, all blacked out. So yeah, I think he recently got engaged the last couple of years. He's like, I don't know, 87 years old now. But anyway, so yeah, that's my run-in with Robert Blake. So last but not least, I got The Big Street with Lucille Ball and Henry Fonda. So yeah, a huge fan of Lucille Ball, of course, from I Love Lucy. And she did this other great noir film. I think it was called The Dark Corner, which I have somewhere in my collection, which was put out by 20th Century Fox at the time, which is now owned by Disney. But yeah, this one was pretty decent as well. It's not a noir, but it's a decent film. So that's the artwork on the disc for that. So there you have it, guys. Not the greatest stack compared to part one, but a decent one nonetheless. So hope you guys enjoyed it. Subscribe to my channel if you're new here. I would definitely appreciate it. Till next time, take care.